Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. This is the third in my budgeting series, something that preppers don't like to talk about or don't necessarily talk about. My plan for me is there are certain things that I will be spending in cash. Those categories would be things like what my dogs need, their food, their vet bills, their medications, my parrots, their food, set aside money in case of an emergency for vet bills. The animals I have outside, they have to eat. They may have a vet bill. Then personal things like food, how much gas I'm going to put in my car, do I give myself a spending allowance per week? And then I have my hopeful categories. These are if I have extra money at the end of the month or after my budget's out. That's things like building my little camper. When I started to look up prices on plywood, insulation, and things that I need, I realized that I'm not going to be able to do this right now. I need to save up some money, and as certain things come up, I will be able to purchase those things once I get to a certain limit, okay? Clothes, I'm going to be needing new clothes because mine are all getting too big. Future preps, I have a category just for my future preps, whether it be prepping specific long-term food for storage. Maybe you need my solar I want to expand on. It could be self-defense items. You know where I'm coming from, okay? So, you know, my future preps, I want to have a certain amount. Things I like to do for fun. Fun might not be funded very much, but at least once a year I take my son's family to the 4-H fair here in town, and I want to be able to continue that tradition of taking them to the 4-H fair. They can see the animals that city kids don't get to see. They get to pet them. They get to take lots of pictures with them. They get to go on the rides. They like the fair food that, you know, whatever. I want to have a category where I know about how much it's going to cost me per person to get in, give them a little allowance for fair food, etc., stuff like that. Those are sort of my cash budget, okay? Those are the things I know are my cash category. There may be other things I think of later that I haven't thought of now, and as I mentioned in the previous video, your budget is not written in stone the day you write it. You're going to have things come up. You're going to have things that change, things that you didn't think about that very first time you set up your budget. And that's okay. These could be tweaked as necessary as things come up. A new category comes up. Maybe one is not needed so much anymore. And you can allocate that money somewhere else. Okay? These are my cash envelopes. And then I have two other categories, okay? I have things that are automatically paid for every single month. I have my Social Security direct deposited into my main credit union. I belong to two. We'll call it Credit Union A. Credit Union A, I have my Social Security deposited. I have automatic withdrawals taken from that account, my car payment, some medical expenses. I have money I set aside for my grandchildren's education. I have that come out. My Weight Watchers membership, my credit card payment, and then I always leave a little bit of a buffer in there. It's not a lot. It's about, you know, $20 to $30 a month. In case I have a annual subscription that I might have forgot about, you know, come up, or, you know, a truly unexpected, you know, little expense. Maybe I don't have my cash envelope for my car maintenance and I run over a nail and I have to get my tire fixed. I could hit that little buffer and, you know, take care of that. So that's in Credit Union A, as well as where I'm going to be putting most of my emergency fund. okay? I have emergency funds that I'm going to rebuild, and then I have cash savings funds for annual expenses and things like that. So credit union B, I am very lucky because I can make unlimited savings accounts pretty much there. I mean, I don't know if I can make 400, but I can make a savings account and label it what I want it to be. In that savings account, I'll have one for my taxes, one for my homeowner's insurance, one for my car insurance, one for my car plates, and etc. So I could divide that up. I could do that in the First Credit Union too. It's just these are funds that I don't want as accessible to me. I do it mostly online, and I don't want to dip into my car insurance fund for things that are not necessary. Maybe I decide I went to a garage sale and I found, my dreamed couch. Okay, I don't know. Let's say something I want. Is it a need or a want? Well, I really, really want that. I've been wanting it for years, but I don't have the money. Well, I have this. I can worry about the taxes later. Or I can worry, my car insurance isn't due for another 7 months. So can I make that up? This prevents me from doing that, okay? You guys do what works for you. This works great for me. Because I don't want the temptation to dip into that. So what I do is I figure out how much per month I need to leave in account A, credit union A. I leave that with a little bit of buffer. I figure out how much I need in credit union B. And what I do from credit union A is I direct deposit that much into credit union B. I can go in through their app and put it in my categories then. I hope that makes sense. Then, after I get those two categories fully funded, I had figured out approximately what I need for my envelopes, which in my case, I have budgeted $635 for the envelopes I know I need. And then I have my hopefuls, and those are, I only have $116 left for those. So I go to the bank and I withdraw that amount of money and bring that home, and I can stuff my envelopes. So anyway, I'm going to talk about my envelopes. So you know what I have? I have my things that come out every month, my things that I need for long term, some of them, taxes, house insurance, car insurance, etc. And then I have my envelopes. So I'm going to let you come down here and see my little envelopes. I'm going to talk more about the website that has some really nice free printables if you want to use them, and where my money's going to reside for this month, if that makes sense. So let me start talking about this channel first. And again, I will make sure I link it below. It's called Two Sister Bees. And they have some really cute printables. I don't have a color printer. I actually had to print this off at the library, and I just colored them, okay? This is some of the savings categories that I have that I look at once I stuff my main envelopes. They have some really nice ways, fun ways. This is a free printable on, this is for birthdays, and you could see I've colored some of this in. I know I have, let's see, one birthday in October, 3 in November, 1 in December that I want to buy gifts for, or at least buy the stuff to make a gift for them. So this is one of my priorities right now, is getting together the funds for the birthdays that are coming up. And I forgot a category, which was Christmas, which you won't see in this video, but I'm going to try to find, I'll make or find some cute little printable to do Christmas. So Two Sister Bees gives away budgeting sheets, and they have these other fun things to do to encourage you to save your money. And I'll talk about this when we get into our envelopes a little bit later. Order of how I have them written on my paper here. I start with my house maintenance. Let me tell you, I already have some money in this fund. I sold, we had a wood splitter that we haven't used. We went to pellets quite a few years ago, and a couple of years ago to a mini split, and it was sitting there and it's worth money. So anyway, I sold that just a couple days ago, and I divided up some of the money I received into that, and house maintenance is one of them. Like I just said, you know, we just had to do the well, and my darn doorknob busted off, or, you know, it won't turn anymore. So I put some in there so I can replace my doorknob. Okay. On a regular basis, I have allotted $10 a month into my house maintenance fund. So now I know I have money in my house maintenance fund. If I want to, I could keep track of how much is in this envelope. I could put a piece of paper in there, keep track, whatever. Okay, that's how you could set up the system that works best for you. My next one is car repairs or car maintenance. I think I put something in there. Yes, I put some of that money I got for that splitter in here. My car maintenance, I'm going to put $15 a month in there. That's why I get smaller bills, so that I can do my categories. I wish it was more, but that's what I have right now. My dogs are one of the larger expenses at this point. I found out I spend on average of $25 a month on their food. This is all going in the same envelope. I could have separate envelopes for this, but I don't think that's necessary. This is low, but not including a couple of catastrophic emergencies my one dog had this year. Not including that one, I'm going to say I'm averaging $50 a month, or excuse me, $80 a month. So I'm going to put 80 away for the dog's vet bills. This may become a regular category in my savings account. Credit Union B. I haven't decided on that yet. And then I'm spending on average of $115 a month on my one dog's prescriptions. Then I have things like heartworm and flea and tick medications, wormers and things like that. So I have to put aside $115 for that. Okay, that is, pretty much an expense that's always there. So I have my dog's money set up. I can grab if I'm going to get a prescription, I can grab my envelope or the money from the envelope to go pick up her prescriptions. This one I probably will enclose or write on the back, the 3 separate categories and how much money's left in those categories. I haven't set that up yet. I'm still deciding on that. Then I have my birds. I don't spend a lot. I did up this one a little bit. Food, and I average it out, and it's about $10 a month on average. So I have that. I have anticipating I may have vet bills, at least for the conure. I'd like to take her in one more time in the next 6 months or so, because when I got her, she was very malnourished, and I just want to keep an eye on her health, make sure it's, I know she's heading in the right direction with proper food and care, but, it's always helps to have something in case of emergency too. One of them gets sick. And so that's $15 a month, and then I'm going to put another $5 towards if I buy them any toys or treats or whatever for fun. So that's my bird fund. Side pets, I have a certain amount for food every month I have to spend. My average is $120 a month. That includes the occasional vet bill for the pigs. And then I'm getting into my personal categories, okay? These are things that, for me, that I'm going to use. For food, I plan on putting aside $140 a month. this is my budget for the month. I'm going to, there's no guarantee. I'm going to stick with it. I may go over, I may go under, but this is where I'm starting because I got to start somewhere, and I'll be more accountable to a budget of this. This may get looked at later if I need to go higher or I find a really good deal on something. My gas, this is probably low, so I may have to tweak that again, depending on if I have to drive to the city a lot. If not, this is plenty. I have right now allocated $60 for that. And my spending money, I have given myself a budget of $40 a month, so $10 a week. If I find something for myself that I want to spend money on, okay. So those are my general categories that I have to fund every month, whether I like it or not. That's where some of the money goes. These I'll talk about in a minute, because the next thing I need to talk about, remember that savings stuff that we need to do, which happens to be here, okay? This is important. I have some money I need to put aside for myself every month in case of emergency, right? And this is a fun way. Two Sister Bees gives you, and believe me, there's all kinds of cool stuff. There's scratch-off games. There's all kinds of games out there. It's fun, but I can't afford to buy those. So I'm going with this right now. All right, so in my my birthday fund, how much do, and I'll color my little bees in later. Basically, this is how it's fun. Say $5 for every symbol and $10 for the cake, and save up for a bee day, birthday, okay? You can see I have some money already saved in. This is where I got the envelope pattern from. She gives you a cute little envelope to go in here. And I'll show you what I've already, remember I sold that chipper or splitter. I decided, and I put an extra $5 I had in there. So I have $55 in here because of the birthdays I know that are coming up. If I only had the $5, I would probably put more per week in here. But right now, I'm going to add, I ran out of $5 bills. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to add for now $5 to my little bees. And this is going to remind me to color it in so that I'm closer to the budget I want for the birthdays. And I'll take care of this off camera because you don't need to watch me color. The second one that they gave us, and I'm going to put some money in here. This is really cute. 100 honeys. If you color in all these honey jars, you'll have $100. This is the start, I guess, of my emergency fund. It's specific to saving money for my emergency fund. And I watch a lot of channels, and they make it fun. So I'm going to do the same, and I have a pair of dice here. You can use 1 dice, 2 dice, whatever you want. I have decided I'm going to roll the dice, and however much I roll, I'm going to save that much today. Okay? $8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $8. I'm going to color in 8 of my little honey jars, and that will be good to go. All right. So this is just, sorry, I don't have a desk. I just using my little card table here. I'll do that later. This is the other one that I'd like to concentrate on for right now. This is when you color in all of these, you have $500 saved. So my first 2 that I really want to get going are the 100 and the 500. So which one I'll fill first? Probably this one because it's less money I have to put away. I put that in my long-term savings account, my emergency fund. Then I'm going to put some money in when I get to the 500. So today it's, let's see, what does this, I can't remember. $10 for every honeycomb, $50 for each crown. Today, and I can change this, remember after I get to the rest of them, I'm going to put $10 in here. And then this one, it's called the Emergent Bee or the Emergency. The two sister bees. They've got the cutest little things. Anyway, this is $1,000. When I get to the point where I have a little disposable income, I'll look at funding this. I want to concentrate on the 100 and the 500 first. Once those are done, I can do one of two things. I can just call them closed and done, or I could take that money and start coloring in my $1,000, which is the bare minimum I want to have in my emergency fund. I want to get it much more than that, but that's the bare minimum goal that I have set for myself, is to get at least $1,000 in my emergency fund. Okay, after that, then they have a printable for save $2,000. Once I get that $1,000, I'm going to shoot for the $2,000. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna link them. They've got a really cute website. Then I have to look at my other categories. So I'm going to bring this back, and I'm gonna divide up some bills later to get there. Where did I put those other envelopes? Okay. This is my hope to fund once I have my savings stuff put away. And I'm probably going to go back and add a little bit more to my savings. But this is my category, my wishes, if you put it at that. Oh, I forgot. I got to set something aside for Christmas. So I'm definitely going to put $20 towards Christmas, minimum. This is the things that I want. These are not needs. These are things I want. My camper. I really want to build out my camper. I did put, because I'm treating myself, I put $50. Must have stuck together. I have money in my camper build fund. This may get reallocated to a savings or something, at least one of these. But for now, anyway, I want to add $10 to my camper fund, okay? My camper build. Right now, I have the trailer, which was an old pop-up. I painted the trailer with that stuff they put in truck bed liners, and I have the light kit, so I don't have to worry. That's as far as I got. Then I started looking at plywood. So my camper fund. I'm gonna, like I mentioned before, I'm gonna need new clothes because I've been losing weight. So I'm gonna put at least $10 towards that. If I'm at home, I don't mind wearing my sweatshirt like I have on today. That's 3 sizes too big. I actually like my sweatshirt super big. My preps, I want at least $10 a month to go towards my preps. So we'll put some in there. Fun stuff. Maybe, let's see. I know I need to save at least $120 for entry fees into the fair for my family. So I need at least $10 a month. I'll put that in there. Okay. And Amazon is separate. Let me show you what I do with the Amazon. That's a whole new category in itself. This money left over, we'll go over in a second. Amazon, what I do is, my dog food, I often find cheaper on Amazon than I do in my local store. It's difficult when you have older dogs that have specific dietary needs, and you live in a small town. I can't just run to 3 different stores looking for their food, so I tend to order it on Amazon. What I will do is, because Amazon goes directly on my credit card, if I spend, say, $20 on dog food, I'll go to their envelope, I'll take that $20 and I will place it inside my Amazon envelope, as well as anything else I might buy online directly from those envelopes. That way I can go to my credit union before the payment's due and deposit the money and have it directly paid to my credit card, so that I don't keep increasing the cost of my credit card. So that's, Amazon is kind of a category all by itself. That stays with these envelopes because those envelopes, when spent, will go into the Amazon account to pay on my credit card. Hope that makes sense. All right, with the little bit of money I have left over, and give me 1 second, I'm going to change these into smaller bills. On second thought, these are going towards my savings, so I'm setting that aside for right now. So what I have left, this is fun money. This is a way you can make savings a little bit fun. You could play little games. Like I said, there are a lot of super cute games online. I can't afford to purchase those right now. Let me show you what I got left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is all I have left after I've done my category. So I have $12. This is low budget, guys. Okay, $12 is what I can put somewhere. Usually it goes towards your savings, whatever. I can use that later to take the kids to the zoo or something if I want to. Two Sister Bees has this cute little printout that says "Let's play." I don't think I printed out those yet because I only had a couple of dollars when I printed things out, and it's 10 cents a copy at the library. Anyway, I made up a couple of my own. If you go to those savings budget challenge things and the savings budget games and the cash envelope stuffings, you'll see tons and tons of games. So I kind of took from a couple of those and made up 2 of my own, and we'll start there, okay? This one I'm calling Strawberry Fields. It's just I think it was a card I got in the mail, or one that you could print out and you fold it. It was a 4-way thing, and you could make a cute little card for somebody. Well, I don't know. I had it here. I'm calling this High Roller, and this is my game. Roll a dice and save that amount. You can roll 1 or 2 dice. Let me start with the other one first, though, because that one doesn't either. Okay, so I have my dice. And a lot of the games you'll see online have dice or cards or something else. So I just took from 2 of them and I made my own, right? So I roll a dice. I need to save $4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That goes in my Strawberry Fields save envelope. I'm not going to keep a total on this because I kind of want to surprise myself at the end. Part of the game is, in the other ones you color things in, I'm just going to cross off some strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4. And when that's all complete, I didn't count how many's on there. I'll be able to count the money and find out how much I have. So, cute game. Makes it a little bit fun. Makes me, it changes every month. And I have a little bit of money in the savings. This one I called Piece by Piece. It's actually from a quilt pattern that I had. Just randomly drew symbols and figured out, I drew cards, hearts, whatever. I decided if I draw a heart, it's going to be $1. The club is $2. The diamond's $3. And the spade is $4 that goes into this fund. I did play this once because I had some extra cash left from last month. And I was able to color in this piece here. I don't remember what I rolled, but what I picked. But I colored in this piece, and the goal is to color in all these different pieces, and then when you get it done, you'll have a certain amount of money saved up. So let's pick a card. We'll go to the center here. And I have a diamond, so I have to put at least $3 in here. 1, 2, 3. That leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this one more time, just because. And I have another diamond, so that's another 3. 1, 2, 3, and now I have more money saved for this. I have $2 left. I could play another game. I don't have another game, but I remember I have my Hello Honey back here, which is in $1 increments, somewhere in here. I'm going to add that $2 to my Hello Honey for now. Now I have all of my money allocated for the month, except I forgot to tell you one thing. When I get change back, I have a change jar and I forgot to bring it here. I have 2 change jars, one for quarters and dimes. That is going towards my Christmas fund. My pennies and nickels, I have opened a savings account for that. And I'm going to save those as well. So anyway, if you have any questions on this part of the budget, let me know. Once again, I'm going to link to Sister Bees, but you know, this is just a way to make saving a little bit more enjoyable. I don't want it to feel like I'm depriving myself of everything I want, but I have to focus on that emergency fund, and this is one way I'm going to do that. All right. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed these little ways to save money from Two Sister Bees. And again, I got to make sure I'm going to link them below so that if you want to look at their printables, go back, watch several of their videos on the different like games and things that they do and how they save. Their categories are different. There's another channel that I follow. I will link her as well for sure. She's doing a giveaway right now. I think it popped up either today or late last night. And you might win a chance to, you'll see on a lot of these savings, they have these little, more like a purse type, a size envelope system, which I wish I really, really would love to have. Like I said, I know it's only $10 on Amazon, but I have to, that's a want, okay? I have to divide that want, something I really want, versus my savings account. Right now, my savings account's going to win. So someday, maybe my fun money will be saved towards getting something cute. She's also doing some scratch-off games and a couple other really cute games. So I'll link those two for sure down below. Anyway, if you have comments, please leave them below. Give me a thumbs up to help my algorithm. If you really hate what I say, give me a thumbs down. Believe it or not, that helps the algorithm too. If this is something you're interested in, subscribe, because I'm going to be doing, this is a regular thing now. This is going to be guaranteed. I have to budget. I will look through certain things at least once a month. I have to set up my envelopes. I may have to tweak my savings system next month, depending on how I do this month. If I go way over on food or gas, I'm going to have to relook at that. If my animal food costs more, you know, my vet bills cost more, then I'm going to have to relook at some of those categories. And as I start saving, I'll bring you back and show you that the little things really do add up. These extra $2 I put in Hello Honey today, it's only $2. I mean, that doesn't buy much, but when you add $2 every chance you get, it really does start to add up. And you'll see that it starts to add up. And see how important that is, you know, in your savings plan. But anyway, this video is going to get way too long. I really hope that you'll join me in this budgeting battle, I guess, if you want to call it that, because, you know, it's more fun when you know other people are doing it with you, or you have somebody you can ask questions to. How did you manage this expense that came up, right? Anyway, you guys have, I say it every video, I want you to have the best day possible, and I'll be posting another video soon, so please come back and hang out with me for a little while, okay? Have a great one, everybody. Bye-bye.